Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I would like to discuss trance mediumship. Now, trance mediumship is a rather large and broad topic, so I will most likely do another video at a later date to continue this conversation. But for today, I want to discuss what is trance and how trance mediumship can help you in your mediumistic journey, your development and unfoldment, and perhaps a bit about how it's helped me in my journey. So if we take the question, what is trance mediumship, we should back up a step and just take the subject of mediumship as a whole. And within the subject of mediumship, you have two categories. You have physical mediumship and you have mental mediumship. Physical mediumship is objective. Anything that I'm experiencing, you're experiencing. Anything that I'm seeing, you're seeing. Anything that I'm hearing, you're hearing. If the spirit world bring through spirit voices, the voice of spirit, we should all hear the same voice. We should all be able to hear exactly what they're saying in the same way. If they bring through spirit rappings, knockings, we should all hear these knockings. If the spirit world materialize in front of us, a spirit form, a spirit person, we should all be able to see the same spirit person and be able to describe them in the same way. If the spirit world levitate or move objects around the room where we're sitting for physical mediumship, we should all see the same thing. Or spirit lights, we should all see them. We should all see the same thing. We're all experiencing the same thing at the same time. That's objective. A little side note on physical mediumship is that it is accredited to being the birth of modern spiritualism, helping with the birth of modern spiritualism in Hydesville in 1848 in New York, with the Fox sisters, with the Hydesville rappings, knockings, where they were able to establish that we could communicate with the spirit world and that there was intelligence there, and we could prove the survival of so-called death. That's physical mediumship, objective. On the other side of mediumship, you have mental mediumship. And within mental mediumship, you can divide that into two categories as well. You have mental mediumship in a perceived form and mental mediumship in a controlled form. Mental mediumship in the perceived form is evidential mediumship. It's the most common form of mediumship now. It is where we are perceiving the information that the spirit world is giving to us, evidence, and we are giving this evidence to the sitter, their loved ones sitting in front of us, or in a gallery or a platform setting. Then you have mental mediumship in the controlled form. There's trance. Mental mediumship in the controlled form is basically we are allowing the spirit world to use our physical mechanism, our bodies, to bring through their evidence, their philosophy, their knowledge, guidance, counsel into the physical world. The spirit world decide how they wish to work with us to the best of our abilities, of course, and they can do this in several ways. They can work with us through trance speaking. We're allowing the spirit world to speak through us, sometimes with evidence, a lot of times with philosophy or guidance, or perhaps insight into the spirit world, the workings of the spirit world, the workings of life, through our voices. They can also work with us through our hands, with trance writing, automatic writing, and bring through the same things, evidence, counsel, guidance, insights to the spirit world, philosophy. They can also work with our hands in healing, trance healing. We're allowing the spirit world to work through us and bring these spirit healings, the spiritual energy, the healing energies through us, and allow these healings to take place in the physical world. Okay? The spirit world can also work through our hands to compose music, to create art, all inspired by the spirit world and with the spirit control, the spirit people in the spirit world that are working through us if they are sometimes masters of art or music. It's quite amazing what happens if we allow ourselves just to get out of the way and surrender ourselves to spirit and have the trust and the confidence that the spirit world will use us in whatever way they see fit to bring through their love, their information, their evidence into the physical world. Now, becoming a trance medium is a long process and it takes patience. But more than patience, it takes trust. It takes the confidence that we need to have in the spirit world, that they know what they're doing. And when we sit in trance, you can feel the gratitude from the spirit world that we're allowing ourselves to be used in this way by the spirit world. When we start on our trance journey, it's important to learn how to meditate, how to fully relax your mind and get out of the way. When I sit in trance, I imagine myself, after relaxing for quite a bit of time, focusing on my breath, I feel myself just floating down, gently down inside of myself to a safe and secure space to move out of the way and make room for spirit. Once I get myself into this relaxed and fully surrender to spirit, I invite and I allow the spirit world to come closer. And they come closer and closer, and you can feel them moving into your energy field, moving into your aura, moving into your physical body. And when they sense that the moment is right and have completely let go, they move on to my spirit body, and their spirit body starts to meld and blend with my spirit body. I am harmonizing with their spirit essence, my spirit essence, melding with their spirit essence. And it's a beautiful feeling because my thoughts move out of the way, and my feelings move out of the way, and their thoughts and their feelings start to become my thoughts and feelings. I allow them to use my physical body to bring through whatever they wish to in this physical world. I'm in effect becoming a vessel for spirit wisdom, spirit love, spirit healing, to the point where I can feel my guide, who usually works through me in trance. I can feel their spirit face over my face, their spirit hands over my hands. A lot of times I'll start to feel bigger or smaller, older or younger, perhaps sometimes more masculine, more feminine. You feel how it feels to be them. The more you sit in trance, the more powerful these feelings and these impressions become. You empty out yourself and just allow them to use you. And they will bring through, if you have the ability for trance speaking, they will bring through this evidence or philosophy, guidance, wisdom, through your voice or through your hands. You just are allowing them to work with you and just surrendering yourself to them. Now, trance mediumship goes back thousands of years to the oracles of Greece, the high priestesses, the high priests, the healers, the shamans, where they would connect to a higher power and bring through healing, prophecy, knowledge that was not available to them. They would connect to something bigger than themselves. You have so much evidence, I find, in the Bible with trance mediumship of a lot of biblical figures falling into a deep sleep and bringing through information that was not known to them and speaking as a different person. There's a lot of mediumship phenomena I find in the Bible that if we know how to find it and can read between the lines, it's all over the Bible, which is quite fascinating to me. But it's a long road to learn and to be able to get out of the way and just surrender yourself to spirit. But I find a lot of people that I work with and helping them with trance, some of them become amazing trance mediums. It's a beauty. It's a beautiful thing, and it's wonderful to watch. Some people do it and it doesn't really resonate with them, which is fine. But they do tell me that just sitting in the trance state, in the altered states, helps them understand the presence of spirit. And as the spirit world comes close, they are able to drop into meditations quicker, able to quiet their minds a lot faster. I also find when we sit in the trance states, we are with the energy of spirit. There's this transference of energy that happens when we sit in trance. And I feel the spirit world can get to know us better as we get to know the spirit world better. You have one of the most famous, I feel, examples of this is Silver Birch, who was the spirit guide of Maurice Barbanel, who was one of the pioneers of spiritualism. And Silver Birch would speak through Maurice Barbanel and bring through beautiful philosophy, guidance from the spirit world delivered for us. You have a well-known exercise that a lot of us use called sitting in the power. And this exercise was brought to us through the trance mediumship of trance medium Mark Webb from the spirit world. And I love that. I love that the spirit world gave us this exercise to use to basically be able to connect to our own spirit a lot easier. You have trance mediums that have worked with art through their hands, and their spirit guides or spirit inspirers were masters, painting masters who have passed. You have an amazing trance medium who's still living, Jose Madrado, who his spirit inspirers, spirit guides, are Picasso, Monet, Chagall, and they will paint through him in their style. It's quite phenomenal, and he does it very quickly. You have some trance mediums that have had mild skills in playing the piano, and some of their guides and inspirers were Beethoven, Mozart, and they would play in their style, and it was well beyond their ability in the physical world. But it just takes learning to get out of the way and surrendering yourselves to spirit and just allow them to work through you in whatever way they see fit. When we work in trance, we're not communicating with the spirit world. We're trying as hard as we can not to engage with them. You're just allowing them to work through you. And like I said, it's a long road, and it takes a lot of patience, a lot of trust. But once you get it and you feel it and feel this closeness of spirit, feel the blending and the melding of the spirit world with our subconscious, and this overshadowing that starts to happen as the spirit world can come closer and closer and start to overshadow our consciousness. It's a beautiful thing. Trance mediumship has helped me tremendously in my mediumship because I can feel them as they come closer. I can reach out to them when I'm in a quiet state and just seek counsel. I can get myself into a light trance and just hold a pen in my hand and just allow them to write through me. And every time I do this, they will always answer questions that I have, even though I'm not asking them at the moment, but they know. They know what I need to hear, what I need to read. Trance has changed my entire understanding of the spirit world, and it has definitely helped me learn the importance of surrendering and the importance of just getting out of the way. It has trained my conscious mind to just step back, because the conscious mind, at the end of the day, is the enemy to mediumship. This is true. This I know. So the more you can just learn to quiet your mind and step into a place of confidence and being able to surrender yourself to the spirit world and allowing them to work through you in whatever way they see fit can help you with your mediumship and also in your everyday life. And it also helps the spirit world. Whenever I sit in trance, I feel the gratitude and the love from the spirit world that I am putting myself into their hands and just letting them do what they need to do through me, speaking, writing, healing. Doesn't matter. They know what I can do. They know what I'm capable of and what my abilities are. But I feel their thanks. And I always reach out to them at the end and I send them thanks as well for showing me this path. Because at the end of the day, it's all about love. It's all about gratitude. So if you are feeling that you would like to try trance, I guarantee you will start hearing people speak about trance to you. You will see videos popping up in front of you about trance, books, articles. This is the way the spirit world works. There are no coincidences as far as I'm concerned when it has to do with the spirit world. So just enjoy the journey and see what the spirit world has in store for you. They are responsible for our development. We are responsible for our mediumship, but they are responsible for our development as far as I'm concerned. And they will put in front of you what needs to be put in front of you to get you on the right path and down the right road. Thank you so much.